A roundabout, or traffic circle, is a circular intersection designed to enhance traffic flow and safety. Vehicles travel counterclockwise around a raised center island, and all entering traffic must yield to vehicles already in the roundabout. When entering a roundabout, drivers must navigate a sharp curve and reduce their speed to 15 to 20 miles per hour. Once inside, continue moving until reaching the appropriate exit, following pavement markings and traffic signs. If there are multiple lanes, choose the correct lane before entering, avoid lane changes, and do not pass other vehicles inside the roundabout. How to navigate a roundabout. 1. Look for a yellow warning sign indicating an upcoming roundabout. 2. Reduce speed to 10 to 15 miles per hour as you approach. 3. Yield to pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles already in the roundabout. If there is no traffic, enter without stopping. 4. Drive at a steady speed and avoid stopping within the roundabout. 5. Follow directional signs to determine the correct exit. 6. Use your right turn signal before exiting to alert other drivers. 7. Exit carefully and check for pedestrians in the crosswalk.
If you travel around the United States, there's a good chance you've gone through a modern roundabout recently. They're saving lives on our nation's roads because they reduce severe crashes at intersections by an average of 80%. But do you know the rules of the roundabout? The rules are pretty simple and easy to remember. Slow down, look around, and be ready to yield. When you approach a roundabout, slow down. Going slower gives you more time to make decisions, and you'll be ready to yield to other road users. Next, look around. If there's more than one lane leading to the roundabout, you'll need to choose the proper lane for where you want to go after the roundabout. Take note of the signs and markings to help you select your lane. Like most other intersections, use the left lane to go left, the right lane to go right, and either lane to go straight through, unless otherwise indicated. Keep looking around and check the crosswalks to see if anyone is waiting to cross or is already crossing. Be ready to stop and let them safely finish. When the crosswalk is clear, look around for traffic already in the roundabout. Then, be ready to yield. You must yield to traffic in all lanes of the roundabout, not just the lane closest to you. Remember, yielding means letting others go first and stopping when necessary. Enter when there's a comfortable gap. Remember to go slow and stay in your lane. Don't turn left from the right lane, and don't turn right from the left lane. If you see any large vehicles like trucks or buses, give them space and avoid driving next to them inside the roundabout. As you leave the roundabout, follow the pavement markings to stay in the correct lane. Look around one more time for anyone in the crosswalk and be ready to yield to them as you exit. That's it. So next time you're at a roundabout, make sure to follow these simple rules. Slow down, look around, be ready to yield.
A through movement at a roundabout is similar to a through movement at a stop-controlled or signalized intersection, except the center island provides curvature in the roadway, requiring a reduction in speed. This element of design is highly beneficial because slower speeds may reduce the severity of crashes. A through movement at a roundabout follows the same procedure as the other movement. On a typical four-legged roundabout, this will be the second exit. Roundabouts are one-way circular intersections designed to improve safety and efficiency for drivers and pedestrians. There are two types of roundabouts, single-lane and multi-lane. This video includes a single-lane roundabout and is modeled after the roundabout at LA 59 and LA 36 in Arbutus Springs, Louisiana. There are a few key things to remember about driving roundabouts. Yield to drivers in the roundabout. Do not change lanes while in the roundabout. Do not stop in the roundabout, and avoid driving next to oversized vehicles. Benefits of a roundabout include up to a 90% reduction in fatalities, 76% reduction in injury crashes, and 40% reduction in pedestrian crashes. There's also up to a 50% increase in capacity, a reduction in pollution and fuel use, no signal equipment to install and maintain, a design life of 25 years, and may provide aesthetic landscaping. A left turn is often the most confusing movement in a roundabout. However, every movement follows the same procedure. As you approach the roundabout, slow down and watch for pedestrians. Continue toward the roundabout and look to your left as you near the yield sign at the entrance of the roundabout. Remember to always yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Once you see a gap in traffic, enter the roundabout and proceed to your exit. On a typical four-legged roundabout, this will be the third exit. If you miss your turn, simply continue in the roundabout until you reach your exit again. Look for pedestrians and use your turn signal before you exit. A right turn is the simplest movement in a roundabout. As you approach the roundabout, slow down and watch for pedestrians. Continue toward the roundabout and look to your left as you near the yield sign at the entrance of the roundabout. Remember to always yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Once you see a gap in traffic, enter the roundabout and proceed to your exit. On a typical four-legged roundabout, this will be the first exit. If you miss your turn, simply continue in the roundabout until you reach your exit again. Look for pedestrians and use your turn signal before you exit.
Navigating multi-lane roundabouts. Choose the correct lane before entering based on signs and road markings. Yield to all traffic in both lanes before entering. Do not switch lanes while inside the roundabout or attempt to exit from an inner lane. Use your right turn signal before exiting. Watch for pedestrians and crosswalks as you exit.